What is happening, everyone? And today I'm going to be doing a video on top 5 things, which I think should be changed in Titanfall 2. At number 1, Titans need to be made more resilient to damage, like they were in the original Titanfall. I really feel when I play Titanfall 2, the Titans just aren't, and it really affects the effectiveness of the Titans, I feel. I mean, the Titans were not overpowered in Titanfall, and I really don't understand why Respawn made this change, why Respawn made the Titans less effective. And I really think that if the Titans were made as resilient to damage, and more resilient to damage, as much as they were in the first one, I think that would really make the game really more enjoyable and really more fun as well, and also as well just more point of really getting a Titan. I mean, there already is still point of jumping into a Titan because it's cool, the whole Titan coming down, and they are still fairly effective, but not as effective as what they were in the first one. And that's one thing which I do not like and do think that Respawn should change. At number 2, we have, I don't know if this is possible at this stage in development, but I think it probably is. I mean, a patch could be released. The AI. Now, the AI, if you have played the campaign of Titanfall 2, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, the AI isn't like completely stupid, it isn't like really, really bad. But I've been playing it before, and these enemy soldiers who are fighting against the militia are I can't think of their bloody name, but anyway, let's just put it this way: the anti-militia troops. I'll put it that way. I must apologise for forgetting that. But the IMC. So the IMC troops, when I was actually playing the campaign, well, I mean, literally they were attacking me, and they were hiding behind these not boxes, but sort of like these crates, and they weren't shooting me, and it was just utterly ridiculous. I mean, why the hell are they just hiding behind crates like that, not shooting me? It's just utterly ridiculous. It's idiotic, and the AI is extremely easy to shoot as well, but I think that just slightly better programming needs to be done for the AI in the campaign. Let's move on to number 3. Now, one of the biggest changes and one of the biggest downgrades, in my opinion, and one of what makes the Titanfall multiplayer, in my opinion, not as good as Titanfall 1, is the fact that when I play the multiplayer, other than being in Titans, I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty. Now, a lot of people say, oh yeah, well, it is Call of Duty, it's always been Call of Duty, it's always been like playing Call of Duty. But that's where the time to kill was longer. If someone shot you, you actually had a chance to actually shoot back. It wasn't like literally someone shot you and that was it. Now, someone shoots you once or twice, that's it, you're dead. Just like in Call of Duty, it's about who's the fastest, it's not about who's the best skilled player, it's about who's the fastest. And it's just, I mean, it's okay Call of Duty being like that, because that is what Call of Duty is about, that is what Call of Duty's multiplayer about. But the fact that they've changed Titanfall's multiplayer and made it more like Call of Duty, with that time to kill a lot more shorter than it was in the first one, I think is really a setback for it, because it doesn't give Titanfall that unique feel in the multiplayer I think that the first one had. And I think that's one of the reasons what made it a very, very good game, because it felt new. If the original Titanfall had the multiplayer which we have now in Titanfall 2, with the time to kill shorter, then it would not be a good game at all, in my opinion. It would be an absolutely terrible game. It would be the point buying. It would just be a clone near enough of Call of Duty. But by having that, it made it the game unique, and I like games like that. I like games where it just gives the player a chance. And so I've been playing on about number 3. Let's move on to number 4. Now, when I'm on top of a Titan, and you're jumping on top of it and you're removing the battery, and you can then put that into another friendly Titan, you don't get to do it yourself. In Titanfall the original, you actually got to do it. You actually press buttons, you actually removed the battery yourself, and then you could then shoot it up. It wasn't just like it is now, a cutscene, you just jump onto it and this cutscene, it doesn't let you do it. I'm thinking, I want to do that. I mean, that's what a video game is. I mean, cutscenes are good when used properly, but not when they're taking out key sort of fun aspects of the game and going away slightly from the video game into a sort of film. I mean, it's just not, it just doesn't make the game that fun, because it's always going to play out exactly the same. Well, in the first one, you could shoot it, you could shoot in a different way. It just gave you that control and gave you that fun aspect, which I liked about the game. And it definitely made it. I mean, I like the fact in Titanfall 2 you can remove the battery and put it into another Titan. I like that. I mean, that is a good aspect, that is a good thing I like about the changes which was made. But I don't like the fact that you don't get to do it yourself. You don't press buttons, you just see a cutscene in front of you. And when I actually did that, it was actually very disappointing, considering this is a new game in 2016. It's not really acceptable. So let's move on to number 5. Now, number 5, remove the map detector. Now, they had this in the tech test, and really, at the time, I really didn't really have an opinion of it. I played the tech test and I thought that, look, this is cheating. I didn't like it, but then my internet went down, so I wasn't able to actually send feedback, and then by the time it came back again, it was already over and I couldn't really comment on it or send them any feedback, which was really, really annoying. But I really think that it's cheat. I mean, you can see them. It's like you can see them through a wall. I mean, it's just not. It just maps them out. It's just cheating away. It's detecting. I mean, what's the point of hiding if someone could just throw one of them things and just detect you? I really do not like it. The whole idea of this game and the whole idea of like Titanfall and these shooters is not. I mean, X-ray vision's good when it's used appropriately, when only certain titles use it, not when sort of we have this copy and paste sort of basically thing where basically I just think it's just cheating. It just ruins the gameplay, because then you don't sort of go around looking for the building, looking for them. Oh, is there any enemy troops in there, enemy soldiers? You don't go looking for them. You just pull it and that's it. They just detect them, and then and you get a few easy kills. It's just cheating. It's not wrong, and I think that it should be patched up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, comment, like and subscribe, and also as well, if you feel the same way about me and agree with me on these top 5, then comment your opinion and like the video and